Guys, this might be the best bolt spread that I've ever done. Actually, I don't know. This one's actually kind of small in comparison because we're doing a dirt bike, and it's pretty nice. I'm not going to lie. It's like half the amount of work. It seems like the quad stuff is just so much. Usually I have the entire bench is covered in zinc bolts. But anyways, I got all yellow zinc this time. This is done by Moto Blast, and he just does a tremendous job, dude. I don't know if these KTM bolts and hardware are just different, but the yellow zinc seems to pop a little bit more, doesn't it? It just looks really, really good. Look at these. Look at the axle, dude. That looks so cool. There's our swing arm bolt, and we've even got a Sharpie. I should have zinc coated that too. Here's the rear axle. I'm going to be putting. I've got blue blocks. I think they're over here. Yeah, right here. Some Works Connection blue blocks. Be putting those on there. Got our swing arm right here. Going to be setting that up too. Put our bearings and stuff in there. And check out the seat cover. This is all stuff for the KTM. I've never tried one of these. It's called Number One Gripper, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Number One Gripper. Had really good reviews, and it's like, it feels ultra heavy duty. It's a universal fitment, and it fit on this one really, really nice, contoured around the edges and stuff. Pretty happy with that. It seems to be just the right color. And coming back over to our stuff over here, we've got our vapor blasted parts. Stuff came out awesome. James at Moto Blast told me the sight glass actually cracked, and I didn't even have to ask him. He replaced it, and dude, just awesome. But yeah, they came out really, really nice. These ones weren't in the worst condition to begin with, but they look still significantly better. And this vapor blasting, after they do that, it leaves like a polish on it, and it's much less porous. So it shouldn't. I know it won't. You know, this isn't my first rodeo with this stuff. It doesn't attract dirt as much as like your standard aluminum when it comes from the factory, and it also cleans up easier, doesn't oxidize as quickly, just looks really, really good. So I've got a lot of stuff. And back here, this is the Cerakoted stuff. I don't have everything yet. We're still waiting on some stuff to come in, but these are the side covers. That's that titanium blue. If you remember, this cover had the Recluse logo on there. We sanded that down. Looks great. You could never tell it was there. Here's our kickstand. All the imperfections and stuff we cleaned out. I mean, I don't detect any of them. There's this little one right here. Oh man, I must have just missed that. That's okay. But, you know, all the rest of it looks really good. And I got this little billet CNC foot from Nice CNC. It's pretty trick though, man. It's got a nice big footprint. I would say it was not double the size of stock, but close to it. You know, if you're ever like putting the kickstand down in sand or like soft dirt and stuff, sometimes I get a little bit nervous and I feel like it's going to sink into the ground and the bike's going to fall. And then here's our subframe. This thing looks brand spanking new. Had it vapor blasted, man. All done by Moto Blast. Really, really awesome. I'm just really, this is when stuff starts to get exciting because the building is going to be coming soon. And over here we've got a whole bunch of tires. The Battlecross tires came in. That is the tire for this KTM 350. Really excited. I haven't tried that yet. Heard good things. Got an Hermosi rim here. Got another one of these coming in the mail, and this thing is beautiful, man. Look at that. Hermosi A90 rim. It's an Enduro rim. I think it says Enduro Pro Series on the bottom there. Pretty awesome. But this is actually lighter and stronger than stock. And it's got a billet hub that is 5-axis CNC cut. Let's see if we can get the logo there. It's a really good looking rim. But all this stuff is featured in the next episode of the KTM series. And then coming over here, we got this bad boy. Almost kind of like a, here, we'll come over here, we'll get a little bit better lighting. This is like almost like a an unplanned purchase, but kind of not. You can see we got all the e-bikes over here. I'm going E, guys. Just kidding. I don't think I could ever do that. But having both is the way to go. So anyways, yeah, the e-bike thing, if you guys had watched in my one video I talked about, I got to ride one of these. Not this one, a different, it was the Saran version, and dude, it was so much fun. I was like, I have to get one of these, and because they're so quiet, you know, I can ride around here and hopefully the neighbors won't complain. but the price point just wasn't very good. So I'm not gonna say too much more about this. I'm actually currently making a video on it. As you can see, I'm already doing work to it. So you guys are gonna have to wait for that, but I'm super excited about it. I haven't ridden it yet. Not at the dealership, not at home. I wanted to do the mods to it first and then take it for a ride. So very excited about that. These are the old tires. They were just too gummy. Look at these freaking things. They're so soft. It feels like bubble gum. And we also got some new tools because I'm doing all these dirt bike tires. You know, I hate doing tires. Not so much anymore though with these tools. To be completely frank with you, I've enjoyed using this thing. I'm still waiting on a tire to come in. As you can see, I'm in the midst of doing a front wheel right there. But legitimately, when you have the right tools, it can sometimes make doing the job actually kind of fun, if I'm being honest. So at this point, I have to do a whole bunch of little mundane things like rebuild the master cylinder. I think that's for the clutch. I've got the covers for it over here. So I have to rebuild both of those. The brake calipers should be coming soon. I have to put those together. I got all of the, these are for the rear, these are actually for the shocks. But I have all of like my bushings, my bearings, my seals. Actually, they're in this box. I'm not gonna take all of this out, but I got a ton of new parts. Check these out, dude. I'll give you guys a sneak peek. Titanium foot pegs. This is gonna be an awesome build, dude. All this stuff is in the KTM video. I don't think I'm actually gonna take all this stuff up. There's like, I'm gonna say 10 boxes of bearings for the steering stem, bearings for the swing arm, basically all the bearings and stuff. All that stuff has to be put together. So I have to put the bearings in the cases. Just boring stuff that I'm gonna do off camera. Still working on the graphics. If you guys remember, I got these templates and basically I was deciding on colors, if I wanted to do holographic, chrome, or just regular colors. And I did decide on basically going with traditional colors with some chrome accents. I really want that whole legend thing to be in chrome and the rest of it to be plain. I think if the whole thing was holographic, it would look a little bit tacky. And I sent them over to graphics producer and he sent me some proofs. Not physically, he sent me some pictures, and basically the super vibrant fluorescent yellow, there's certain colors that when they print on top of that, they don't come out looking the right way. So he's gonna do a couple experimentations with what colors will work, what colors won't work, and we're gonna make it really perfect, hopefully. But yeah, all just kind of like a time game. You know, he's gonna send me a couple actual physical proofs, just like with those colors, so that I can see what they look like in person, and you know, we'll decide. I want it to look really good, and graphics producer is awesome, dude. They're super professional, and he's like been really, what's the word I'm looking for? He's just working really quickly, and every time I send him something, he immediately tells me if there's any kind of issues and gives me, you know, revisions and stuff like that. So pretty awesome. I'm really excited to see what they look like. So when the sample pack comes in, I'm sure that I'll be sharing that with you guys as well. I don't really have too much more to update you guys. It's been a waiting game, just waiting for this stuff to come back. We still have to wait for the frame to come back from powder coat. That I'm really excited about. What else do I have to wait for? There's a whole bunch of OEM parts. They're almost all at the dealership, and then we're going to drive to the dealership together, pick up the parts, and I think that's the last of the parts. And then at that point, I can really start assembling things. So in the meantime, that's why I want to get the master cylinder built and just like do little pre-work stuff. I want to get the swing arm all together, put the bearings in there, and just load everything up as much as possible. I want to put the tires on the rims. Of course, we're still waiting on the back rim, and I need my rim locks to do that. But just stuff like that so that when it comes to assembly time, you know, it'll go nice and quickly. So since there's not too much going on here, I thought that we would take a field trip and head over to my buddy Matt's house. He's doing some really cool work on an ATC 350X. He's getting it ready for a show. I think it's this coming week. And he's in like full-blown rushing mode. He's been making a video every single day. So I just thought I'd hop on over there and kind of check it out and bring you guys with me. Field trip. We're at Garage MC. We're usually checking out my garage, and Matt right now is working on a couple of really cool projects. I'm just gonna swing you guys around so you can check it out. We've got an ATC 200X, right? Or is 86. It an S? 86?
Yep. 200X. Pretty rare, dude. I think they only made like 3,000 of these that year.
I've been watching these on Matt's channel, and we just stopped by to ride the Blaster, actually. And I was like, man, I gotta check these things out, and I figured I'd bring you guys with me because these are really nice. This is his spray paint one, right?
Yeah, this is just, I was trying to go for like a, I don't know, I guess more realistic build that a lot more people would probably be into. Not everybody wants to spend $15,000 to restore something that's 40 years old, but Yeah, everything on this is spray paint, which is not my normal thing, but you know, you can get good results when you do the prep right.
Yeah, once that front fender, the front and the back fender and the seat, I mean, it actually looks, it's like a 10-footer. Even close up, it's really not bad. Was this in real bad shape originally?
What's
See
that?
right there, it's an 86.
Was what, the bike?
Yeah, like was it a big restoration for you, or was this?
I'll text you a picture of what it looked like when I first got it. It had no tank. Well, it had a tank, but the tank was like Swiss cheese. This is almost done. I'm still doing body work on the tank, but you know, I bought this bike to part this out actually, Mike, and then I realized I did a Will It Run video on it, and it literally started in like 2 kicks. And I was like, dude, this thing's perfect. Everything just works great on it. So I'm like, you know what? I don't want to sink any money into it. Let me just see what I could do with what I have in the garage already. So I didn't buy anything, but other than some like factory new bolts and stuff that I bought, you know, just some little stuff that it needed.
Yeah, it's real nice, man. Very simple machine.
Yeah, it's fun too, man.
I bet.
It's fun. Well, 18s on the back, make it like a little fun bike to slide around.
Yeah, so you got the little extenders in there too.
Yeah, it needed
Big time, I would think, because it doesn't even look particularly wide as it is, but I imagine that would be super narrow, and we know that 3-wheelers, you know, they're pretty stable.
Yeah, dude, I mean, you could go right, you know, sideways on the side of a mountain and not even have to worry about anything, or a hill.
Yeah,
You know,
and then,
they don't tip at all.
yeah, I've never heard of that happening. You're working on another 3-wheeler too, right? The 350X?
Oh, God. Yeah, come check out my nightmare.
So Matt's doing a day-by-day series where every day he's trying to upload a video and show the progress of what he's getting done. I've done stuff like that in the past, man. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And I've been following his videos.
I'm on a deadline too, bro. I'm trying to make it to this old Trikes event August 2nd, and yeah. But anyway, so
yeah, it's tough
wheels.
working under pressure, man. You're trying to get something ready for an event.
These are all polished aluminum powder coat. That's what they look like, that wheel up on the shelf up there. That one's trashed from tire slime. Don't use tire slime, guys.
Yeah, I saw that in your video. That's crazy.
It's got little pinholes in it everywhere, and you know,
I
but
can see him up there.
you know, it is what it is. You know, just doing crazy, stupid stuff that people know me for, like taking the studs out and even powder coating those. This is black chrome. You got the 40-year-old front wheel. Hub's all rebuilt.
That powder coat looks great, dude.
Dude,
I think most
look in the sun.
people would probably think that that's just a regular aluminum wheel with like anodizing on it or something.
Yeah, dude, my buddy Charles, he's really big into like OEM stuff. He's like, dude, that thing looks like a new old stock wheel.
Yeah, it looks great.
You can see the date code there, 02
And the powder coat will probably be more durable than the OEM finish.
Yeah, I think they were coated to begin with, but I don't know if it was like an anodizing or a powder coat original, but so I was excited about these parts that I restored, and we're going with the Serwa tires, the ATC 250R reproduction tires. They're a 20-inch in diameter, which is not stock for a 350X. 350X came with 22s, but very similar tread pattern. I don't want to run 22s on the back because it's, you know, it makes it like bulbous, and you know what I mean? So yeah, Serwa tires they're coming out with the 350X, and I think they're coming out with 250 SX repop tires soon too. So if anybody's so inclined to need a set, but I'm proud of this
the engine
stuff.
right here.
Yeah, that's
When you get sidetracked. This is what's gonna look beautiful in like 2 weeks.
yeah.
Are you gonna tear it down, or what are you gonna do with that?
I have a whole nother engine that I'm going to rebuild. This one runs excellent, so I'm just going to recoat it. I got all new bolts and hardware for it, and I'm going to powder coat the covers mirror gloss black, so the covers are shiny, and then the rest of the engine will go the satin finish. It'll have polished aluminum powder coated valve caps because they're supposed to be aluminum factory. I got another oil cooler that I've been sitting here in my spare time, which isn't really a thing. But, and sitting there with tweezers and little picks and straightening out all the fins and everything. This one's not it. I'll show you what I'm working with here. So, taking an oil cooler that looks like this, and this is even halfway already fixed, and making it look like straight. So
Yeah.
once I flat black that, or semi-gloss black it again, it'll look like a brand new thing.
What are you using to straighten that?
Tweezers.
Yeah.
Tweezers.
That's interesting. That's what I use. I have a set of like very, very small needle nose pliers, and they kind of like fit in between and you kind of slide it over, and like even the shape of the pliers.
Yeah.
It's like fits the contour.
These are.
Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah,
it's very similar.
These are for, I think, I want to say, cotter pins. That's what I use it for because they're nice and small. So anything else, dude? Like, here's the OEM rear brake caliper. That's all powder coat. None of it is spray paint. None of it is spray paint.
This is powder?
This is powder coat.
It almost looks like a Cerakote.
Yeah, that was with my old powder coat setup. So I went to the Eastwood dual voltage gun. This was done with the Harbor Freight jobby. Don't buy the Harbor Freight powder coater, guys. You can get the Eastwood dual voltage gun for like $30 more, and it's worlds better.
Really?
Worlds better. That grab bar's to the 200X. Little stupid stuff, man. Like, here's the headlights to the 350X. And, you know, everything was all rusty, so clean everything up, make it look like this.
Did you have to redo the housing?
I did the housing. I took the rubbers off, soaked them in Armor
the
All.
red housing. Did you have to do the plastic?
This is a Meyer reproduction.
Oh, okay.
This is what the factory one looks like.
Is that new factory?
No. It's got a little crack in it. That's why I
guess I
replaced
can't tell because of plastic.
Yeah, I'll pull it out if you want.
I gotta pull it out. I was just curious.
Oh, there we go. Yeah,
It's in good shape though. Really.
They get spider cracked and stuff over the years, man. I have OEM tank shrouds and an OEM front fender too, but like I'll probably restore them because they'll get a ton of money restored. Like some of these parts, man, are like some of this stuff is ridiculous, dude.
Can't get
like,
it.
Price wise, and finding it is insane. Just, you know, down to like doing the bolts over again. You know, this is the pivot bolt for that bike. This is the stuff I'm proud about right here, man. This is all that rear shock. I'll text you a picture of what that looked like, Mike. That thing was...
Yeah, I'll have to put that up on the screen because it didn't look like this at all, really.
Yeah, no, it was not. It was nowhere near like that. There's a factory skid plate. I'm waiting on all the new OEM rubbers. Anything that I could still order OEM is on the way. Triple trees, those are all done. Fork tubes are powder coated. All brand new bluelinedecals.com. Graphics on everything.
Were those powder coated from the factory?
No, they had they had some kind of coating on them. They weren't just raw aluminum, but
it looks great.
It's like damn near, if I didn't tell anybody, everybody's like, dude, how long did it take you to polish those? It didn't take me any time to polish them. It took me a day to powder coat them, though. But yeah, prismatic really. Polished aluminum powder is the shit, man. It really is. Here's one of those hubs up close without a wheel on it. That's the black chrome.
Yeah, it looks real good.
Just, you know, everything, man. This is like a trophy right here. It's dusty, but you get the point. Brand new badge and everything. All OEM hardware. All replaced. The only thing I couldn't get anymore was this. But I had a clean one, thank God. Or thank somebody. All the brake line clamps, black chrome. So those will have a nice contrast on the fork tube.
Yeah, it's going to look great.
You know, I didn't want everything to just blend in.
And if you had some gold zinc on that hardware.
I know. I got to get to it. I know. That zinc will be the next thing I do myself in the garage. That's like the whole...
I'm excited to see that.
That's what everything looked like, though, if you look in this box. That's what I was starting with.
Yeah, man. Typical old stuff.
Yeah, you know. But that's why I like doing it, man. Once they're built, come buy it. You know? Once it's built, I'm good.
Yeah, so if you guys want to see more details on this stuff, Matt's got a bunch of videos showing... He shows pretty much everything. So you can check him out. It's Garage MC on YouTube. All right, let's get back to the shop. Well, guys, I actually filmed that like a week ago, and I wasn't sure if we'd be coming back here and filming, but this is the end of the video, so what you should do is go to the main channel and watch videos there. All right, guys, I'll see you soon.